Hi everyone. Perfect. Let's get started.
Yeah. Hi everyone. We welcome you all to our first ever own session. It's been such a long time that we have been thinking to like host a session, and finally we are here after like so many hurdles and all. So yeah, first of all, like thanks a lot for like joining in and like for the sweet support. Okay. Now without wasting much of the time, we'll just quickly start with our first session. Here we are here to talk about everything that you actually need to know before getting started with AR and VR. Right. Okay. And whenever we talk about augmented reality and virtual reality, I know like usually if a person is in this domain, their DMs are always filled with one question that is there a future in it or not? So obviously. So today we are here to like help you in catering all of your queries and to make you understand about this whole domain and technology and whether is it worth or not to like get into it or will it just get vanish away someday. Okay. So yeah,
Okay,
so let's just get
let's
started.
let's start with our introduction.
Yeah. So I'll just quickly introduce myself first. I'm Chavi. I am the co-founder of Bharat XR and Alexa. And yes, I have been into the community space and also the augmented reality space from such a long period of time. And also, um, I really love the teaching part, to be honest. To be honest, like the main thing that I love in the community is basically we are here to help each other and to guide each other. So yes, I have always been like that supportive part, and I have got a lot from community. So okay, yeah,
Perfect. So, hi guys, I'm Pranjal Nahata. I'm the co-founder of Bharat XR and Alexa. I've been in the industry since 5 years now, and I've freelanced. I've did a job in the field. Now I started my own company with Chavi, and overall, in these 5 years, I think I've worked with around 150 plus brands, um, all sort of brands like from ranging from Meta to Flipkart, Sugar Cosmetics, Only, Veromoda, fashion brands, health brand, cosmetic brands like MyGlam, Organic Harvest, and Swiggy, Instamart, Netflix as well. So yeah, overall, I think in these 5 years, I've learned that AR is something that was new in 2020, and it's kind of new still. It's still evolving. Not a lot of brands know what AR is, or at least they don't know how to utilize AR properly. So that's where we come in. We want to educate everyone, not just the developers. We want to educate brands as well on how they can utilize AR in their campaigns, in their marketing strategy to boost the sales. So yeah, looking forward to have a great session with you all guys, and yeah, let's get started.
exactly. And also just wanted to add this one more pointer to it that yes, like when we started this whole announcement of Bharat XR and Alexa, like there was a huge question that like what are you guys actually doing? So talking about that as well. So basically keeping it very simple and nice to you. Alexa is all about providing the best augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, or we can say CGI related solutions to the brands and companies. And yes, we have worked with like a number of brands, like especially Pranjal has worked with too. So yes, we are here to provide the best VR experiences, and at the same time, we are here to somehow educate the brands as well that okay, do you know why do you actually need these AR VR thing to actually boost your like growth? So yes, we are into that. And second, when we talk about Bharat XR, it's all about like providing the like edge of learning part. Obviously, when we are providing the knowledge to brands, obviously there are like n number of like thousands and thousands of brand in the market. We can't obviously be there for everyone. We always need and like developers for that. So yes, Bharat XR will help you to actually learn that how you can also start your journey in this particular field and via some meetups and why not? just online and offline interaction. So yes, we can move further. Ranjan.
Perfect. So let's get started by understanding what exactly is XR. So, as you all must have known, XR is an umbrella term which consists AR, VR, and MR. So X is a variable, like in maths, and it replaces by AR, which is augmented reality, VR, which is virtual reality, and MR, which is a mix of both, mixed reality. So when we talk about AR augments your real world with virtual elements. It places virtual elements that are not really there into the space that you are actually. So it's like you can place anything inside your room, inside your space, and you can experience, you can interact with those virtual things through your phone, mobile device. Augmented reality, if you talk about how to make augmented reality effects and all, there are a lot of things. So like you have softwares like Metaspark, Lens Studio, Effect House. You have SDKs like AI Core, AI Kit, and AI.js, and a lot of things. We'll cover everything in detail in the further slides. But yeah, this is the gist of AI. For VR, it's a virtual reality. It teleports you into an alternative immersive virtual space. So for, of course, for VR, you will need a VR headset, which are like MetaQuest, Vision Pro, HTC Vive, and etc. Even Google VR was, I think Google Cardboard was the uh, first VR kind of experience that we all heard about. That you can just place a phone inside a cardboard and you can experience some sort of virtual reality. So yeah, I think we most of us know what VR is. So, and talking about MR, so MR is an interesting term. It's a mix of virtual and augmented reality. Like, so for MR, I think there are only a few devices that actually um, justifies what MR is. So one is Apple Vision Pro, of course, and one is Quest Pro, HoloLens, or Spectacle. So in MR, basically, you are in your real world, real space. You can interact, you can see their real space as well, but you can also interact with virtual objects in your real space while having the quality of both. So I hope you guys understand that the basic difference about AR, MR, and so now going further, I think Chavi will be the best to explain you why do we need AR, why do we need VR.
All right. Whenever we talk about like obviously, if I keep it very simple to you, why are we making websites and applications in a very simple manner when like in the initial phase what was happening we had some we make some product like for example I've made a smartphone. Okay, now I have a smartphone. Now how I would be selling this particular smartphone, how would I be reaching it to you to tell you that okay, I have just built a product and I really want to sell it to you. So in that particular case, what you would be doing, you have different sort of things. You have like social media platforms, you have website, you can obviously make your own website, you can make your own application and XYZ, right? So it is a way of marketing your particular product, right? In the similar way, AR VR technology, you can obviously use augmented. Like if I only specifically talk about augmented reality technology, you can use AR to actually. Yeah, sure. Okay. So basically, you can use this particular technology at the same time to make your like to actually boost your products marketing growth and all. Now, in what particular sense it can be possible? And now, after especially COVID, we can actually see and realize one important thing that we actually don't want to go out, especially if you are in like some places like Delhi, like me, you know, like how badly it is like hot outside our homes, and we actually just don't want to step out of our homes and buy any of the products if it's feasible for us to actually buy it from our home. We are so much into like these days Swiggy, Zomato, and you can say also in Amazon, Flipkart. We are so much into these. Why is it happening? Because right now we actually don't want to go to the store and buy up the product, but at the same time we are missing one important thing. We are not able to get that experience of buying at the store. So to actually get that particular experience from your home, why not use augmented reality for that? So obviously, when it comes to augmented reality, it has really amazing storytelling power as well. In when it comes to even actually making you understand about the brand value. Every brand comes with a purpose, tells that they have some value about it. Every particular product also say that some of the product talk about sustainability, some of the products talk about your emotions, your breakfast meal, and so on, right? So in the same manner, if I say that you want to have the same experience via those Amazon applications, it's not possible. So here the augmented reality comes into the picture. Branson, if you could just show one of the slides of augmented reality for me to once, the examples slide. Yes. Okay, perfect. Social air. Like for example, right now we, as you can see the first one. Now, obviously, like if I just want to buy some of the cosmetic thing, it would be so difficult for me to get the idea of the shade, right? So obviously, what I can do, I can just use if the product is having their AR experience, I can simply experience it using my usual mobile phone, and then after that, I can see how that particular product will look onto my face. So that will actually help me to have a hassle-free shopping part as well. So, yeah, by VR slide. Okay. So that was about the augmented reality. And these are like only like few things that we have discussed, but like later on when we talk about the examples, we'll take you towards the next thing. Now, when I talk about virtual reality, yes, before getting into the virtual reality, I want to say one thing that yes, in India, the virtual reality experiences are pretty much less, but at the same time, we really love it. Why do we love it now? Because you might have seen these days that whenever you go to arcades, there are like one or two VR headsets like kept over there, in which you can actually have a kind of gaming experience for like 10 to 30 seconds, and you have like X number of amount to pay for them, and you actually love it because from this whole like everyone obviously wants to go out of their home and just have like different or just want to experience new things. I like for example, I want to see how Paris looks like, but at the same time, I cannot like go right away from my home to Paris. It's so much. Like there are so many things that I need to do before that. So if there's a way I can actually experience the same thing via my VR headset, then why not? Obviously, why these like why these simple technology stuff I can actually experience so many different things. If a person is having some sort of physical some sort of like disability, then obviously they can experience it so seamlessly. So yes, honestly speaking, also virtual reality has different sort of things like motion tracking, movement tracking, and so on. So yes, that's how we talk about augmented reality and virtual reality. And honestly speaking, on that part, that it's not that they will be vanished away any day. Okay, because we know that there is always an advancement in our marketing aspect, in our technology aspect, right? So in that okay so in that particular way, yes, these days people are like brands and people are trying to understand this particular like technology day by day. And like in this year, we have seen a little boom of AR VR, and Super Suma in the upcoming years, I'm pretty much sure that this AR VR technology will be something that we will be using in our like by all the brands. So yeah, Pranjit.
Like, okay. By show of reaction, can everyone like who you have tried on a VR headset at least once in their life? Quite a few. Okay, nice. I wasn't expecting that much, but yeah, hi. Okay, for sure. Now there's a like myth or something that VR is only for entertainment or only for leisure or relaxing or entertainment, gaming and stuff. It's not the case. People, most of them don't know that um, VR is actually being used in a lot of industries, in a lot of sectors, which is actually helping humanity. So, in order to explain that better, so in the medical field, let's talk about the medical field. VR is actually being used to perform critical surgeries like heart surgeries or something like that, which would be like hazardous in real life if you have to train a new doctor to to do a surgery on a real person. It's really difficult. So what these like at these times, people are actually going with VR headset. They have made proper surgery applications, and they are training everyone on how to do a surgery in actual life using a VR headset and the controllers. Here's a small video of it, if you can see. So in here, the virtual hands that you see are actually the controllers of the user that they're controlling, and if in this even they can work remotely. So I'm here wearing my headset doing something. Cho is there wearing her headset doing something. I can see what she's doing in the virtual space, and she can instruct me. Okay, so you have to do this, and you have to cut it like that and all. So yeah, hello. ये तो हो गया medical field का. Um, I personally know someone who is building VR applications for our Indian defense, Indian army, for training the new soldiers to use heavy machineries, heavy weapons. We cannot just let anyone like we cannot just give a new pilot or new fighter jet to just explore. So I think we are all have seen simulators before. So virtual reality simulators work the same way. They have the proper setup. It's just that we have virtual reality headset on the head. So what they do is they have entire setup. They have entire the cockpit is exactly same. They replicate it in the VR headset as an application, and they train the new pilots and all to um, make them understand that if they are at the like 30,000 feet in the sky, and if something malfunctions, how do they have to handle it? So the entire simulation, which was once only made in like screens and all, they have to put like 9 screens in front of the user to make them immersive. They can do that in virtual using the virtual reality headset. So yeah, this is one use case of virtual reality. Now jumping off to okay. Now for an example of MR, I would like to show that MR is something that's quite interesting and it's quite debatable as well. But like, what exactly is MR? People don't have examples of MR that much. So here's just one example. So if I have a Vision Pro or an Apple, Quest Pro, Vision Pro, which are MR devices particularly, I can have my virtual desk. Sorry, I can have my physical desk. I can see my physical desk. I can interact with it. I can see the keyboard and all. At the same time, I can have virtual screens in the headset. So my laptop is connected to the headset, and I can have n number of multiple screens. Vision Pro, I think, sold this idea very properly. That all you have to do is put on the Vision Pro. It will automatically connect to the Mac, and it will show your Mac screen in 4K resolution in any size you want. It can be an enormous one screen, or it can be multiple screens like this one. You can use a physical mouse and keyboard. If you look down, the you can still see the desk that it is on, but all everything above the desk is virtual. So you have virtual screens above the desk, you have real world below the desk, and you can interact with both of them simultaneously at the same time. I hope you guys got an idea of what MR is.
And also the most important thing in this that never get confused that what is the difference between VR and MR because see you are in as you can see your like cup as well and everything like your coffee mug and all. You are not actually teleporting yourself to some other place. At the same time, you are just having the experience in your real space only. So, like this is the most important. If someone says that okay, I am the best at AR, VR, MR, just ask them for once that do you know the difference between VR and MR? If they answers it perfectly, then okay. Because I have seen like so many people say that they know, but this is the most confusing. Okay.
Okay. Now let's actually understand what's the difference between an MR and AR. So here's a tabular format you can read, but let's go ahead. So MR is the combination of real with virtual worlds. It uses you can actually experience the real world as well as the virtual world. While in AR, it overlays virtual elements into the real environment that you are in. So it's not like you can immerse yourself in the exactly. So yeah, the immersion is the last point. So like via MR creates a fully immersive experience by blending the virtual and real world. It's like the MR is actually immersive. It's not like you are teleporting to someone somewhere else. You are in your space, but you still get the all the benefits of immersion. While in VR, while in AR, it's probably through like some screens or a phone, mobile screen or a display screen. When it comes to interaction, MR actually you can interact with the real world like you that's obvious, but you can also interact with the virtual screens. You can use a hand tracking to pull up the screens, to resize it down. You can use it to move the screens ahead. You can use it to interact with the virtual elements that are overlaying in front of you. While in AR, it facilitates interaction between virtual and real level experts. You can still interact with it, but through a screen. You have to either use a mobile device or let's say if there's a screen in front of you. So that's the most immersion that you can get. You cannot actually interact with the virtual elements properly in AR. When it comes to spatial awareness, of course, if we are wearing a VR headset, MR headset, it has n number of sensors, it has n number of cameras to keep track of where you are in the real world, where your hands are. It has great hand tracking. You must have seen Apple Vision Pro marketing and all. All you have to do is just keep your hand down. It will still track and exactly let you interact with your hands, with your eyes. Actually, you don't even have to lift your hand. It can you can interact with your eyes. There are n number of cameras and sensors in that headset. While in the augmented reality world, it uses a camera, most probably your mobile phone or webcam, and it is GPS to monitor the person's surroundings. It probably uses the camera to track the surface around you to track your face and movement, but it's just one camera. And when it comes to realistic visualization, it utilizes cutting edge graphics and monitors. So I think Vision Pro is almost like Quest Pro and Vision Pro has like 2K, 4K, and I'm sure there will be 8K support as well. So you can actually see the 4K quality of your screen inside the virtual environment that you are. While in augmented reality, it creates a partial immersive experience by overlaying some virtual elements onto the real world. Moving next, let's understand the types of AR. Now we are focusing on AR itself. Okay, so there are majorly three types of AR: social AR, native AR, and web AR. Social AR, as it says, it's all the social media that you have: Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, and we can create AR experiences for Instagram, like uh, Instagram and Facebook. Will be using Metaspark. Lens Studio is for Snapchat, and Effect House is for TikTok. These are the softwares that you can use to easily build and craft immersive experiences for these platforms particularly. Um, okay, let's actually see the example as well. So this one was Sugar Cosmetics one. We made this for Sugar Cosmetics, which had like an 3D try on of the lipstick. So this one actually went really great. The campaign went really great. I think it had like over 600 million impressions. It won them two awards as well for the best use of AI in that. What it does is it's simple. It's a rolling roulette. It chooses one out of three options for you. Then the lipstick, 3D lipstick comes up. It applies the lipstick on your face, and then there's an emoji that comes up, and you have to replicate that and just clicks the snap. It's fun as well as the marketing side. Like it's not direct marketing. They are not promoting the use of the sugar's lipstick directly. It's in a fun way, and I think around 500,000 reels were made using that. So this is a really good insight on how brands can actually use AR to boost the sales, boost their products and all. The second one is a 2D body tracking. Here you can see that once the song starts, I'm converted into a neon stickman basically. And whatever I do, whatever I replicate, it tracks the joints of my hands, it tracks the movement of my head, of the body. It replicates that in a stunning
Mm.
way.
Exactly. Like I still remember like a few months ago, or like 1 or 2 years ago, it was like a very like it was in trend that people were having neon sticks, and that time this particular filter was like booming very much. I still
And the
remember.
third one is something that we made for Figma that so a lot of you must have attended a lot of hackathons, workshops, and all, and you must have gotten like stickers which you can stick to your laptop, something like this. So you can take the stickers, just stick at the laptop. That's fine. But what if your stickers had an AR into it? What if once you scan it, comes to life? So this is something that's similar to that. It's an you can see. So in this, it was a Kali taxi, and it's for Friends of Figma Mumbai, XAG Mumbai, and Friends of Figma collaborated for this. So this is something that got catch an eye of almost everyone in there. Like no one was expecting a simple sticker or a card to have something this proper immersion on it. Yes, so Blender were used in this to generate the 3D model of the Gateway of India, and rest out the all the animations that you're seeing, the heart ka chota hona animation, the sliding animation, the water, even the water is shader based. It's not 3D model. The water is shader based. Just the taxi and the text and the gateway is the 3D models. So, and as we have shown, Metaspark, Lens Studio, Effect House. All these three are I would say um, even okay. So one more doubt that a lot of question people had that I don't know coding, I don't know JavaScript, I don't know HTML, CSS. Do I still will I still be able to work on these softwares? The answer is yes. It's visual scripting. All you have to know is basic math and basic knowledge of patches. So all you have to do is drag and drop and connect the dots. Basically, you must know छोटा मोटा maths तो आता ही होगा, and uh, all you need to know is basic logic, and all of these uses scripting. Like Metaspark uses JavaScript, Lenstudio uses JavaScript, but you don't need to use script to make lenses or effects. There are crazy effects that are made only through patches. I'm someone who uses patches and visual scripting a lot. So yeah, um, if you are from a if you want to start with something easy, I would say Metaspark is an easier way to go. Metaspark is for Instagram and Facebook. If you are looking for crazy capabilities like food tracking, geospatial, and all, Lens Studio is the way to go. Lens Studio has immersive capability. It just launched Gen AI features in it as well. All you have to do is give a prompt, and it will generate an ML model for you inside of Lens Studio. You don't need to have any knowledge of creating how to create ML models and all. So Lens Studio is far more capable when it comes to capabilities, advanced capabilities. And Effect House is for TikTok. Unfortunately, TikTok is banned in India, but TikTok is really booming. TikTok AR is really booming in the rest of the world. It is not banned. So yeah, do utilize all of these three softwares. You can, I would say, open them up, थोड़ा सा देख लो, tutorials देख लो. YouTube पे बहुत सारे tutorials है. You can go ahead with that. And the documentation of each of them is really good. You can actually understand a lot of them using the documentation. So go around, play with all the templates and all, and see where your passion lies. Now, going to native AR. Native AR is AR experiences that are built natively for a device, for a mobile phone. It's either Android or iOS. And the device specific SDKs are there, like ARKit for iOS devices and AR Core for Android. So I think you must have seen Amazon Pay. whenever you go to some products, not all the products, but some products have a view in your room feature, where you can click on that and it opens a page like this. So this is the view in your room, and it opens the camera. It asks you to point your phone at the floor or the surface, and when it tracks the surface, it's asks you to tap to place. And once you place it, you can see the 3D object, 3D object of the actual product inside your space as it should be. In Amazon, it's always the sizing is almost like 99% correct. So you can explore it from different angles. You can see how it looks in your world. You can click this button. You can even change for between textures, and if you click this button, you can see the exact dimensions of it. So you can visualize how a table would look in your space, how a desk would look in your space before actually having to buy it. You can also see the same in Zomato. There are a lot of um, restaurants that have opted for it. So once you see a view in AR wala feature, all you have to do is click on that. It will open of course, a camera, back camera, and you can place the 3D object of the food into your real space and have a look. Achha, this looks like this, and you can decide on, okay, if I want to go with this, or you can actually scroll between different AR food and see कि क्या decide करना है, क्या खाना है. And I think IKEA though phenomenal hai. IKEA started a long time ago with this thing that place in your room. So you can place furnitures in your room with proper sizing and all. You can rotate and see कैसा लग रहा है. So yeah, native AR is for AR apps for Android and iOS. For native AR, the frameworks or the software that you can use is Unity. Unity is really popular for native AR. I would say it's easy to use. It has a lot of SDKs built into it, so that you can get started with it. I think if you want to get started with Unity AR, sorry, for native AR, Unity is the way to go. It's easy to learn. And there's really scope in native AI. I would say brands always want that उनके ऐप के अंदर ही होना चाहिए. Lenskart is one particular example. They started with this. Actually, Lenskart really excelled in marketing. I think सबसे पहले AR 3D virtual try-ons आपने Lenskart पे ही सुना होगा कि you can actually try a customer face to your face and you'll see what they look like. So yeah, Unity is the way to go. If you want to create like some crazy graphical representations of AR, or like some unit, Unreal has the best graphical output, I would say. If you want, yeah, game engines like that. Unreal के बहुत सारे games I guess Unreal पे ही बने हैं. So if you want to go with like visually spectating, visually spectacular experiences, Unreal is the way to go. That's Niantic Lightship as well, and AR Core and AR Kit. AR Core is for Android, which you basically utilize to have all the features inside Unity or inside any other app, and AR Kit for iOS, the same. Moving forward, WebAR. I'm not sure a lot of you have heard about WebAR, but WebAR also exists. So WebAR is basically AR experience, but through the app, through the web. You don't need to download an app. You don't need to like install or log in anywhere. All you have to do is click a link, and it will take to um, a web page where AR would be there. So let's start with this one. So this one was like a holiday greeting card. Once you scan the QR code, all you have to do is scan the image that is there on the left side of the card, and you will see a virtual greeting. It was personalized for everyone, so everyone had their personal name on top, like "Hi Joe" or "Hi Pranjal" and everything. And it plays a video, and then after, and it redirects to a website. WebAR का सबसे main advantage is that it uses redirection. You cannot redirect the user to any other web page on social layer without having like paid ads and all. So someone something like this. This was made for a credit card. Oh, sorry for that. This let me.
Pranjal, what you said, like we can redirect, I didn't get.
So in WebAR experience, you can basically put a button. and you can use that as a redirection. So you can, after the WebAR experience is ended, you can redirect the user onto your brand page, onto any other page.
Okay, I heard it wrong. I thought you were saying like we can't do.
No, no, no. It's not necessary, but I think everyone wants to do so that they can generate traffic on the website as well. For some reason, the video is not playing. Let's go ahead with that. So WebAR, for WebAR, there are a lot of open source libraries like AR.js, 3JS. AR.js is I think built on 3JS. 3JS is used for web games and all. AR.js has a lot of capabilities for AR. That's 8 as well. 8 has all the capabilities I think of WebAR. It's just the 8 is paid for pro users and for like brands to use. Zapier is again paid SDK, but it has a lot of capabilities that you can utilize. And of course, there's Camera Kit. So Camera Kit is from Snapchat. It's not available to everyone, but if you apply for it and if you get it, you can use all the capabilities of Snapchat in any website that you want. So that's it. Okay, it's playing now. So in the third one, I think it's also a greeting one where the video is personalized. WebAR का एक और benefit है, you can personalize everything. So in this one, like every guest had a different QR code that landed on the same page, but we use this query string to personalize the names and the video that we want. So in the video, it actually said, "Hi Pranjal, hi Chovi, hi Naveen," something like that. Something like this is not possible in social media. And in the middle one, it's for a credit card company, and it overlays all the benefits onto the actual credit card. So you can tap on the benefits, you can see how what benefits there are with some animations and some text overlays and all. And then you can obviously activate a card and it will redirect you to the company credit card page. Yeah. Um, Shavi, will you take this?
Sure. Now, talking about this whole part, I know that you would be very much overwhelmed, and also at the same time, you would be thinking that how you can create it. Honestly, when it comes to the creation part, it is pretty difficult and tricky. Why? Because it's not something that you can directly go and code. No. First of all, you need to understand what to make. That is very difficult part, honestly. That like is a huge game changer. No matter how great developer or designer you are, but the idea is the whole thing. For an example, if I'll ask you one thing, this is my mobile phone. Okay, this is a Samsung mobile phone. This is a Samsung phone. If I ask you to right away tell me in 3 4 minutes, literally, this is a task for you all. That tell me an AR campaign idea for this smartphone. Like this has been launched recently only, right? S24 Ultra. So I'm just waiting in the chat box, in the comment section, in the chat box. Let's see what are your campaign ideas. Yeah, just gave you a like Pranjal just gave you a quick glance at how amazing AR experiences that you can create. Now we need to understand like the in hand feel. Yes, a hand tracking can be there. AR lens, yeah, obviously AR lens will be in the like the yeah. So obviously you can do a tracking in this particular camera lens way as well, showcasing its camera features. Okay, that's fine. But obviously, whenever a person is buying a phone, it's not just the camera feature. Tell me more. Tell me a tell me an AR campaign, experience campaign. Like for example, I am working in Samsung. I'm asking you that please make an AR experience for our newly launched mobile phones. Will you go for a game? Will you go for a product showcase? What could be that possibility? Dimension, unboxing, like give me a like give us a like good visualization, like visual aspect. Show features in real world screen. Okay, more hand feel like hand tracking would be there. Okay, show the user interface. No, not at all. Schematic view of the good wide screen. What will you say, Pranjal, on this?
Which one?
Right? That's what I'm asking. Like, what would you suggest? Any hints so that they can think more? Because see, when we are talking about AR, VR, it's not at all just like talking in like हवा में नहीं हम बात करेंगे कि like you can make this or that and that. The point is, can we first of all think of an idea and a concept? Because that's all about AR workflow. The ideation is most important. Let's talk about the idea. 360-degree view. 360-degree view is just giving me a look, nothing else. Manufacturing process, no, manufacturing process won't like convince me to put so much money for a mobile phone. Any suggestions, Pranjal? Any hint so that they can think more?
See, I think every phone has a key feature. Like Samsung S24 Ultra had like the zoom feature, 100x zoom, or like the evenly shaped bezels and all. So in AR, we can think of something like, if it's a zoom feature, I know it's gimmick, but you can show that there's an object far away placed in the real world of your, let's say, back camera experience है. एक ऑब्जेक्ट बहुत दूर अपन ने प्लेस कर दिया, let's say एकदम पीछे मेरा एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, and when you use the AR experience, it you tap a button that zoom in 100x, it zooms in on the onto the particular object, and it's like ultra clear, ultra high res photo, or the 3D object comes in like the entire screen, covers the entire screen. So something like that, that showcases that actually emphasizes on the particular feature of that, rather than just showing that okay, this is the phone, itna camera hai, itna megapixel hai, and all.
Hmm. Nice. And like I like this idea as well, like of like show people and can show features of phone written on virtual screen with side of the phone, like showing up all the features. And also there's one more like oh like a game idea where you have like a game, an AR game in which you get phone as a reward virtually. Like something is dropping like this. And Tryon Circus is obviously one of the like most like the like a unique feature of Samsung that Samsung is providing. So obviously Tryon feature would be there.
I
Like it's
actually made a simple one, but still big one for Vivo. I'll just show you that quickly.
yes, so that you can think more might be like a 3D model of the phone. We can rotate it, zoom in to see details, and tap on highlight. That's a really good idea, I must say. Like you can tap in and see the features. That's a nice one. Stepping in moon experience or in space or something like anywhere there. Pretty nice. People would like what if an idea where like people will interact and actually make some real content on that.
So exactly, just what you said. This is something that I made for Vivo. So I think 2 साल पहले तुमने बहुत सारे लोगों ने देखा होगा randomizer feature, like it randomizes emoji or a phrase, and you have to react to that and fix a photo. So something like that we made. It's in another language, but bear with me. So it gives you a face, it gives you a funny face, and you have to react to that in a second. It snaps a photo. This is the normal part. Now it snaps a photo, it zooms out that your photo is in the screen, the Vivo screen, and it flips the phone. So the phone ka the major feature was its UV, इसका back जो था वो UV वाला था. So it reacts to UV light, it reacts to sunlight, and it changes colors. So this is something that we have shown in this, that the color changes. It goes from this color to the another color when you hit the sunlight. This is something that you can make so that to get UGC, user generated content. UGC बहुत important है for a brand. It's like if you are promoting something, a promoting campaign using AR, you want people to use it, and you want people to put reels or YouTube shorts, जो भी है वीडियो डाले कहीं पे. So for that you have to keep it engaging enough so that people actually like it and they go ahead with making the video and posting it out. Yep.
Yes. So true. And so well explained by Pranshul. That is the main thing that is all about AR workflow. Okay, like I must say that they very much great ideas like street AR ads and AR experience where phone splits into layers and USP like camera is annotated, followed by an example with
Nice.
waterproof by raining in AR. Like too good. That this is what we were talking, right? Now, in the AR workflow, that is all that we need to do. First of all, it's all about the ideation. The way you all thought of this thing that how we can promote this mobile phone in the same manner, a product will be like a brand will be coming to you and asking that okay, make a like tell us an idea how to like do the promotions and everything. Before that, you need to make your portfolio. So for portfolio, how you would be making like what sort of AR experiences you would be making, you would be working on before even like before actually jumping in the market as a freelancer, right? So ideation is the most important key thing. And the second which comes into the picture is conceptualization. After your this particular idea, it might be an AR game or like a user experience thing or a waterproof by raining in AR. You need to you need to actually make a proper conceptualization of it, that how like for example how you would be making the whole thing, what all things are actually feasible in the software and what all things are not. And apart from that, what all things are actually mentioned in our particular concept that are that will actually make that AR experience go like in trend. So you need to see that. And after storytelling, then obviously, like for example, one AR experience that actually Pranjal made us had a look to, you can see there was a storytelling, like step by step, we were actually seeing the experience and looking into the experience and also waiting for it. What will happen next? What will happen next? So this is something which actually hooks the user to that AR experience. Else, I would be just clicking on the AR experience. Oh my God, after 2-3 seconds, it's not making me feel good or something unique. I'll just swipe it off. Okay. Then after that, asset design. After you have thought of everything, you have like made the PPT and like before actually making the assets, you have just had a like pictorial representation how your like whole AR experience would look like in the storyboarding part. You would work on the asset creation part. In the asset design part, you would be working on n number of things according to your particular AR experience. It could be 2D textures, it could be your 3D materials, like objects, it could be your sound, music, and obviously you need to keep an eye, you keep in it is important that you keep it copyright free. And apart from that, the whole experience. After that, the development and publishing part comes into the picture. So this is a huge cycle that you need to do. It's not a way, it's full task. People come to me or Pranjal and say that how we can step in. The point is, it's a you need a lot of patience. You need to have a creative mindset. You need to think out of the box. You need to talk to look have a look to the trends and just be there and see what's actually uh, like attracting people when it comes to the marketing aspect.
So just like there are trends in you can actually identify trends in AR effects as well. So the sugar cosmetic one that I showed you, at that time the randomizer was really trending as well as the emoji one was trending. So what I did was I conceptualized, I made a storyboard that okay, we can perhaps combine a randomizer, 3D try on as well for the brand or for the brand purpose, and an emoji recreation one, and I combined them all into one filter, and I think that's the reason it went really viral, because everyone was like hooked to the randomizer and the um, let's say emoji recreation. So that's something that's really important. It's not just like okay, idea आया बना दिया खत्म हो गया. When you are properly making an AR experience, you have to follow all the steps. It's important to do storyboarding as well, and it helps you to understand what's possible and what's not. आइडिया जब आता है तब ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ ये तो हो जाएगा, और ऑनेस्टली मेरे को भी बहुत बार आइडियाज आते हैं, आई वाज लाइक ये तो 10 मिनट में हो जाएगा, आधे घंटे में हो जाएगा, इतना वाला. But it eventually ends up taking like 4 to 5 hours, because when you get into it, you, at least me, I have the knack of making everything perfect, adding something extra to it, not just making a normal randomizer, not just making it something a normal one. थोड़ा अपना touch डालना, थोड़ा extra करना, so that even I feel good and the user feel good. That's something that takes time. So yeah, perfect. Think that would be pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, you can put them in the chat. And um,
Pranjal, is it possible for you to like just for once share that portfolio website for once?
I'm sure. Give me 1 second.
And also for the people who were asking about the career part, let me just quickly tell you one important thing on the careers part. When it especially comes to our AR, VR, as when we were just doing the ideation part, we just and also when we were talking about the AR flow, it's not just one or two simple things that you were doing. Like for example, just the thinking of the idea or doing the design. It's a lot. So yes, just like other fields in this particular field as well, there are a number of possibilities. You can be a designer, you can be a developer, you can be in hardware, you can be a hardware like expert as well, and also you could be a person. If you are really great at Blender, then obviously you are someone who would be like very much needed in making the AR VR experiences. So yes, the possibilities are so much, and also even in AR VR, if a person who is very good at ideation and storytelling, that is also needed, because if you are someone who was hooked to the trends, then yes, you are also needed. Like you can join our community, Bharat XR, if you haven't yet. We would be happy to have you. And also, like, we would be having such sessions, weekly basis. And it's not just me and Pranjal who would be taking the sessions all the time. We are going to have amazing AR, VR, like XR experts as well in our community who would be there. Yes. One.
Guys, can I
Yeah.
speak something?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
First of all, thank you for this wonderful session. Myself, Rohan Sahu. Currently, I am pursuing well, I have just completed my studies. I'm computer science student, and from past 5 6 months, I have been working on AR. I just first started with Insta AR. After
Mhm.
that, I started learning Web XR. But the problem that I'm facing currently is like that in many devices it is not working, the Web XR part only, and
Mm-hmm.
AR.js. With the
Yep.
help of this, I was able to make many different type of filters. But till now, I haven't get any client for it. The problem is well, I'm not to make 3D models and all, and a client want for example, there was a client of Times of India, he want to advertise on newspaper. But the problem is I'm facing, if I'm making any web based website, how it will be able to handle that much of amount of people in my server.
I
Sorry.
guess I guess it's a hosting issue, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but I'm not aware about that. Like, how will I able to do that?
I guess Pranjal, like the One Britannia or the Dish TV ad we saw, he's talking something like this, and an
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
advertisement in the news.
That
Yeah, so
Ranveer Singh
that,
advertisement.
yeah, exactly. So this can be so one, it is a like web AR experience. Second, you can it's just that you need Piyush, can you just mute yourself for a while? Yes. Thanks. Pranjal, I guess it's about the hosting. He's asking like how the WebAR experience can cater like a huge amount of audience at the same time. Basically, the traffic on the website.
So before that, I think if you're showing a video or a heavy 3D model, one thing important for AR, particularly, let it be native AR, web AR, or social AR, you have to optimize your assets really well. Instagram and Facebook have like 4 MB, 6 MB of limit. Snapchat has 8 MB of limit. You have to compress everything that you have into the particular size. Like it's recommended for social AR to keep everything under 2 MB. So all you have is 2 MB for everything that you want to show. For web AR as well, if your video is compressed properly, if your video is like really well, let's say low in size, then it's, I don't think it will have an issue in loading and all. But if you are hosting it on, let's say, free servers or GitHub and all, of course that will be difficulties when you want to reach like a thousand, ten thousands of people. So if you are aiming for that level of campaign, you have to have someone who's really good at hosting web pages, hosting let's say assets onto other different CDN types. So I guess you can explore that.
Yeah. Pranjal, can you give me the screen share access for once?
One more question is there. How should I price
Yeah,
my
yeah.
service? Like, I have no idea at what price, uh, what is the price in the market?
Honestly speaking, that depends from company to company. And at the same time, like there would be some startups who will ask you to do it very low, like for example, 10, 20K or 30K something. And you
Mm-hmm.
need to see. And one important thing that never price yourself very low. Just one important suggestion. Just see the complexity level and see, like for example, if it's a, like literally a huge brand which can provide you which would be having their budget, then actually then ask for the legit amount. But sometimes there are startups who just want to try what is actually augmented reality,
Mm-hmm.
who has no idea how to even market that AR experience that you would be creating in future for them. So in that case, you can think. Anything you want to
Okay.
add, Pranjal, in this?
I think you'll understand by getting clients and asking around people.
Mm-hmm.
क्योंकि
Yeah.
like
Okay.
जब मैंने भी start किया था, I had no idea how much to quote, but eventually
Mm-hmm.
you know that okay, some people are charging this much, some people are not charging this much, and after
Okay.
that I valued myself on how much time I'm putting in. So yeah, it all depends. It's a lot to work on. You'll never have a fixed price in life. As you evolve, as you get more experience, of course you will charge higher than what you used to do with the 1 year of experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for very much for this session.
Yeah, thank you. Like, so basically, he was talking about this experience. This is an augmented reality experience. I don't know why they made it feel like it is an MR experience. So, this was one of the advertisement that like Dish TV came up with. So, it is in the newspaper where you just need to scan this QR code and you will be like redirected on the website. Ouch. Oh my God. Yeah. So that's how the whole promo will be like shown. Yeah.
So yes, I guess now I hope now you all have a basic understanding of what AR VR is and how you can get started with it, what softwares to use, and what to have in mind before starting. I hope you guys like the session, and if you have any feedbacks and if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat.
Do you have any question for now? Anyone wants to speak? I can see that in the like audience as well. We have like amazing our favorite AR VR experts as well. If anyone wants to like share any thoughts or suggestions.
Hello.
Can you hear me well?
Now,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. My name is Anand, and I want to answer the question that previously asked about the traffic. So, for that, if you want to handle millions of users of or thousands of users, even you need to architect it properly. So, shared hosting will not work over here. You need to use the dedicated server. If you're working for a company, then they will arrange everything. And in the depth of the architecture, you preferably need load balancer thing which handles the
Yeah.
traffic. So it is everywhere in the Facebook as well. So you can use that.
yep, great point actually. whenever it comes to like making a proper experience, it's not just that AR bana diya and ho gaya. You have to understand how to compress 3D models, compress video textures. You have to understand कि कैसे बनाना है 3D model as well. Making a model with a really high triangle count won't work. So you have to have knowledge about all that. Then when it comes to web AR or native AR, you have to have experience on hosting. If you don't have experience in hosting, feel free to involve other people. Don't just be like shared hosting ले लिया फिर मतलब मैं खुद से कर लूँगा या फिर ऐसा है. The thing is, when it comes to some particular part, I think having someone else's expertise input in that really helps making a let's say campaign really successful.
Yeah.
So if you are
Bro,
stuck
can
on
you connect me personally? Fashion, what's your name?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I'm
This is
sharing
the
my
email.
number.
perfect.
I'm sending the email, so you can just mail me. I also have some requirements on the ARJS. I'm currently exploring the ARJS. I'm not the field in the AR and VR, but I'm exploring this field, so probably will be helpful for me as well.
Perfect. And someone asked in the chat that some basic 3D software to use. I think Blender is the way to go. It's free to use. It's easy to learn, and it has a lot of capabilities. So yeah, you can go ahead with learning Blender. Perfect.
Also,
Okay.
we'll just I hope you all have joined our Bharat XR community group. If you haven't, just let us know. We'll just float the branch till the time. You can also share the link in the chat box as well if someone hasn't joined it yet. Just one thing that we are also planning to like have a weekly like simple sweet chats like around this time only weekly so that we can talk casually about our experiences in this field. And I have also seen various developers sharing their bad experiences and also the great experiences at the same time. So it would be really great to chit chat, like a detailed chit chat and also the ranting, where we can all connect and talk about this domain and what could be the greater possibilities and what could be the like changes for the developers that can happen in future. So yes, thank you so much everyone again for joining in, and we are so happy to have you again. Again, thank you so much.
I have one question, last question probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Pranjal or Chavi, if you can do this.
Go ahead.
I was trying to build the business card, the visual business card with ARJS, and I noticed that if I have a larger um, image, then the image which we are going to render will also be a larger. So is it a case like it will proportionately larger this the 3D image that we want to render on the business card?
You can control the scale of anything that you put virtually. So if you're putting a 3D object onto the physical card, or you're overlaying a 2D image on the physical card, I think AR.js uses A-frame. A-frame has a lot of, let's say, uh, capabilities and tags that you can use the scale tag. Scale is equals to an inverted commas by 111 या फिर 0.9 0.9 0.9. So
Okay.
you can scale anything that you want. Whatever you're putting on virtually, you have the entire control on it. Opacity, scale, animation, जो भी चाहिए, you can do it. All you have to do is AR.js documentation है, वरना A-frame का documentation है. You can refer that and look for कौन सा variable changes what.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much. It was a nice session, and thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you so
guys.
much. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much everyone for joining.
Thank you so much, everyone. That was really lovely to see you all. We hope to see you again in our next session on where we will be like jumping on and also understanding these whole AR in detail, basically the social AR, web AR, everything in detail, talking about the technologies and also the other aspects. So, yeah,
Yep. Do
just stay
follow us on
connected.
Instagram as well. It's Bharat_XR. We'll post stories and all about the upcoming sessions from there.